Every morning, King Charles's day begins with a hyper-specific instruction for his valet: squeeze exactly 1 inch of toothpaste onto the brush. On the road, this precision scales up. The king travels with a supply of his own custom toilet paper and a bespoke organic breakfast box to keep his environment completely standardized, regardless of his destination. This control supports a grueling pace. He frequently skips lunch to prolong his working day, writes letters until 4 in the morning, and maintains upper body strength through a twice-daily fitness routine of squats and pull-ups. These habits illustrate a broader reality of the modern monarchy. Every detail of his day is engineered to eliminate the minor frictions and delays that define ordinary life. Comparing personal net worth reveals a massive disparity. While tech founders like Elon Musk control fortunes near $250 billion, King Charles's personal wealth sits at a comparatively modest $850 million. Traditional billionaires must actually purchase and maintain their own luxury assets. They pay for their own private jets and their own estates, tying their personal wealth directly to their liabilities. Charles occupies a different financial category. He lives what analysts call a trillionaire life because he exists within a state-subsidized system designed to absorb those massive financial burdens on his behalf. Royal finances operate in a gray zone, an opaque, centuries-old blend of private property and state-owned enterprise that makes it nearly impossible to distinguish between the king's assets and the country's. Charles spent 64 years preparing for the throne as the Prince of Wales. During this incubation period, he transformed the Duchy of Cornwall from a sleepy rural estate into a billion-dollar commercial portfolio of land and sustainable investments. Upon his mother's death, he inherited a private fortune estimated at $500 million, consisting of art, jewelry, and estates like Balmoral and Sandringham. Under a 1993 agreement governing monarch-to-monarch transfers, this massive inheritance bypassed the taxes that ordinary British citizens face when their parents pass away. While his personal investment strategy is effective, his true power stems from these structural legal exemptions, privileges that place the monarchy outside standard financial laws. The institutional scale of the monarchy is difficult to comprehend. Collectively, the family holds ownership over 6.6 billion acres of land worldwide, roughly 37 times the holdings of the Catholic Church. The center of this wealth is the Crown Estate, a $20 billion portfolio generating over £1 billion in annual revenue from offshore wind farms. Charles doesn't personally own this. Its profits are surrendered directly to the UK Treasury every year. In exchange for this revenue, the government pays the king the Sovereign Grant, a £132 million annual allowance that ensures he reaps the benefits of the assets without the risks of ownership. The Sovereign Grant covers only a portion of the bill. When factoring in security and travel, the annual cost to maintain the monarchy's operations exceeds £510 million. Property maintenance is a major driver of these costs. The state is currently funding a £369 million refurbishment of Buckingham Palace to replace aging wiring and heating systems across its 775 rooms. Maintaining this daily rhythm requires an army of 539 full-time equivalent staff members and an annual payroll of £34 million. This infrastructure absorbs massive personal luxury expenses. The king maintains 60 bespoke suits, costing roughly £5,000 each, all overseen by a team of valets dedicated to preserving his wardrobe. This £500 million annual expenditure acts as the price of a frictionless existence, sealing the monarch inside a perfectly maintained operational bubble. Maintaining this frictionless machine comes with a specific expectation of public output. In 2025, Charles carried out 533 official engagements. He finally surpassed his sister, Princess Anne, to become the hardest-working member of the royal family. He maintained this schedule while undergoing weekly cancer treatments, continuing to review government dispatches and host state visits throughout his illness. The state engineers this level of insulation to demand an absolute superhuman focus on public and constitutional duty. The modern monarchy is a trade-off. Over centuries, the Windsor family relinquished absolute political power to secure their retained, unburdened wealth and their role as invisible advisors to the state. Charles uses this influence to modernize the institution, recently holding a historic diplomatic meeting with the Pope. However, the Crown still faces mounting pressure for greater transparency as the UK navigates economic instability. Charles described the slow realization of his unique position as ghastly, the moment he understood the heavy, inescapable weight of his status. Ultimately, this trillionaire life is a mechanism for survival. It keeps the monarchy insulated and functional, allowing an ancient institution to remain relevant in a modern democratic world.